Hello, welcome to another wonderful Warhammer Total War. As you can see, I am the Dwarfs. Hopefully the video quality maintains itself throughout. I'm using OBS's monitor capture opposed to their actual game capture, simply because game capture is giving me a crazy amount of black screen, and it's taking me a lot longer to figure it out to fix than intended. So the start off here, as you can see, is quite a mountainous map, or a hillsided map. My initial intention was actually to sort of organise and try and do an attack over here. As you can see, I'm starting to move all my dwarfs along to plan out and go down here, and to sort of use the trees and where it's slightly smoother cover to push up on the side of the hill. However, they decided to use their cavalry a lot sooner against me, which led me to split my artillery up here. As you can see, I got the two normal cannons. Also supported this time round through a siege engineer. A master engineer. That is there solely so I can have the extra better accuracy, the quick reload rate, etc, etc. As you can see, I'm just initially targeting against the mountain yeomen here, just to sort of do as much damage as I can to halt this charge. I haven't really got anything to fully hold back against them, like close by, aside my Thane here. Good thing about the Thane, they don't really get knocked back by cavalry and other little bits like that. So I am kind of hoping that the cavalry doesn't make it up to me because of the hill slope. I have not seen those, if you know what I mean. As you can see there, the cannon has hit them quite nicely. These guys here, I started to react to them by bringing up my warriors here, and then got archers behind. And something I've got to look after here. Here I just kind of got my general, as you can see now, coming up. I think I got Ulgrim. Is it Ulgrim I got? It is Iron Fist. My Thane managed to repel them with the aid of the cannons, as you can see there. Ooh. So now that this little attack has been repelled, I'm starting to bring it back a little bit. As you can see, you've got more of the things here. I've got to be very careful now with my axemen. Going to sort of mount them in just to hope that my numbers of men will hold back the charge a little bit better than I have to worry about. Really got to be careful here, because that hurt a lot of my men. Well, actually, it flew back majority of my men. Demoralises them quite a bit, which is also very nice. And you've got the additional arrows coming here now. I should be pulling these back round about now, just to sort of save any casualty from the self-sustaining missile fire. And I don't really want to get these guys fatigued, because in my mind's eye, I still got to assault this. Back again here, as you can see, they're coming up for a second charge. I'm not too sure if I got my cannon still focused upon them. Yep, there you go. Ooh, did a small hit. Kind of should have my Thane split out a little bit more here, rather than being side by side. It could give them a lot of chances. If he was actually micromanaging this properly, he'd be able to go around these Thanes and hit my artillery with quite a lot of ease, actually. So this is actually kind of bad play on my part as well. Also kind of bad that I've got two Thanes sort of fighting there, but if they can hold off the cavalry without having a lot of my main melee warriors, or even my crawlers, if they don't get hit as much, that is kind of really good news for me. So nice thing about the Thane is that they have that extra life. Again, the bad thing that I'm doing is kind of grouping them here. I should have one more here and one more here. In case you do try and run around, I'll have a bit more flexibility. Cavalry here have been fought back. This one did manage to hold its ground though. I don't know how many men actually run there. There's only 7, but they still got 27 from that unit. The actual army consists mainly of pikemen, if I recall correctly, and they've got a few trebuchets. The trebuchet has some really good rank on it as well. I say really good. Silver each of them and 2 copper on that one, or bronze. As you see, they're pull across now to get into range. They're just in range of my cannons, which I can return fire. This, of course, is now where my focus is going to be. Solely because I don't have to worry about any of their actual infantry. There's no forms of melee that I have to really worry about. I'll have better action in the sense that I have my siege my master engineer. Keep referring to my siege engineer. It helps that I've got my master engineer as well behind, sort of giving them boosts and upgrades. So artillery here is actually a little bit more efficient than intended. Not too sure what I'm doing here. Okay, this is where I'm actually starting to mobilise my forces a little bit more. Now that I got the cannons and a little duke out with their artillery. I'm not too sure how quickly I do destroy some of their artillery, but I do know that some of their artillery went down. I don't really really fast, but they're gone already. So we're just going to let this lobbing rocks at each other for a short while. My general idea was this was a little bit more of a defensive play, to be honest, straight out. Well, I say, I don't know if it was a bit more defensive. I wanted to be a bit more of a harassment thing, and rather than my power being hitting the lines and break them that way through brute force and melee, it was more of the range whittle you down, move forward. That's why I've got a couple of things on as well, just because they'll hold a lot nicer. Get one of their attributions starting to waver a little bit. Now I'm starting to mobilise my men along the hill a little bit. He is starting to respond by doing more or less the same thing. Also got to be careful with their cavalry here. There you go, some more coral fire. Get set off. I do momentarily change my artillery fire here just because I want to get rid of the cavalry, and when cavalry is side on like this, artillery is devastating to them, or at least it was in Empire slash Napoleon. Whereas in this one, I still did do quite a bit of damage, which is nice. The benefit of, I guess, these guys here is that the angle that they're on. Get them to sprint off. I'm pretty sure I decided to just stop fire against them quite quickly. As soon as they get the tree line, if I recall, I change my fire, there you go, back onto the artillery. Because this is the thing that I've got to worry about hitting actually into my lines of men. I believe currently they're focused on a quarreler unit. This one here. Ooh. This is where I need to split up a little bit more. Again, the Thane, I probably could have cooked this Thane a little bit more in the trees, maybe even hidden just that tad. This Thane, to be fair, I could front both Thanes across here, just because I know now that they've got a bit extra cavalry here, and the Thane, as I showed earlier, doesn't really get knocked back during the cavalry charge, and it sort of nullifies the charge into a big group of men if you can just soak up in one tank of a unit and then get everyone else to support it. But the plan behind this, as I was saying, was sort of to move up, have defensive line with your warriors. They ain't got any rank, they're not really anything special. Dominantly bulk the quarrelers to get them pushing, and once they get engaged in combat with the axemen, I'll have my miners to throw in the charges to translate that into more damage again. So it's more of a hold off or sort of decimate them with a lot of missiles. Hence why I have the cannons. Well, nothing about having the cannons. If they've got anything big, the cannons will sort of not hinder that. Well, they will hinder it. That is the right word I was going to use. And now most of the trebuchets are or have been destroyed. This is where I believe we find a set up the cavalry, where I send another Thane, come straight into it. There you go. Not too sure if I do support him with. There you go. I'm starting to mobilise my men just along a little bit more. So the quarters will help ever so slightly in this. Thing is though, they've got quite a lot of cover from quite a lot of cover from the trees. So something I've got to be careful about. Bringing in the second Thane here as well. Kind of unnecessary really to have two Thanes in there since I got a lot of the quarters. But it gives that extra thing, just to keep that extra bit of damage coming in. I'm hoping this isn't jumping too much in the monitor capture mode on XSplit, OBS. So as you can see now, my quarters starting to aid with that. Don't know how efficient they are doing. Benefit again to having the Thanes in this, your quarters don't have to worry too much about friendly fire. Second Thane, as you can see, held up this second set of cavalry, which is very nice on my part. You can kind of argue this is where Turtle War is a bit poor in its cavalry charges, that all of your cavalry get turned up and halted by one guy who managed to clip the end. Did me a great favour though. More quarter fire keep coming in. My Thanes are going to stick in there. Suffering a very, very small bit of damage there, but it is not anything that I have to worry about at all. Now they're starting to mobilise the bulk of their force down. I tried to switch my artillery to kind of concentrate fire on their little griffin. Solely because it's something that I don't know if I'd be able to take. Trebuchets aren't doing a lot of damage now that a lot of them destroyed as well. And they're still focused dominantly on one of my quarter units. Bringing in my Master Engineer now to help support with the actual general volley of all of that. Plus it's going to give us more boost to everything else. Not too sure if my Thanes are still down here fighting. They are indeed. Their cavalry isn't going to take too long. Oh, that is weird audio hiccups there. Alright, come down here. As you can see, we've got some of the peasant bowmen doing some harassment fire against my warriors. Benefit to the warriors, I guess, though, is that they have quite good armour. Plus, they are also shielded, so they will hold quite well. Against the pikemen, however, they're not the best. And of course, now the griffins come down. Now the griffins land, and I'm pretty sure I get Aubrem in there, more or less right off the back. I'm going to back up a bit. I'm not too sure why my audio is really freaking out. Might be because I'm in motion capture. I can see now I've got a little bit of aid from the crawlers down these lines here, hoping that they just hold. Probably could have brought a little bit more up. As you can see, I do have some of my pickaxe infantry now up. Not entirely sure how this volley goes. Warriors here I'm starting to dedicate into a little bit more. They just sort of fall and land on the back of my men's head and blows up. On the plus side though, it does do quite a bit of shock damage to the griffin. Oh, that's terrible. My warriors here, as you can see, I managed to sneak them up. Man, I hate trees sometimes. And they're going to hit into the side here against the peasant boatmen. Not too sure if I keep my artillery focusing fire down upon there. I think it's still currently on the griffin. Okay, there is King Lewin Leoncio. So you know, he is starting to waver. They're all starting to waver due to the fact that the general's fleeing. These guys are just forced back in there. Quarters are still sending off quite a lot of small arms fire, which is nice. On the left hand side, my Thanes are still holding off against a cavalry charge. Well, one of my Thanes are at least. And obviously got some Dwarfs, as you can see here, just to help hold the line, while the Thanes does the dominant damage. And obviously, of course, they'll hold on quite a bit. Not too sure what this guy's actually, how this guy actually fares in melee way, but he's got a little rifle, so we'll keep him for a bit. He's pretty cool. Ogrim's still down here. Way. Alright, there you are. I can see Ogrim's still down here fighting, and as apparently GG right there. I've been Carpus. I do hope this video has gone well. That's all I can say. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you next time.